Hello, my dears. Daniela here, and welcome to the Spa Marketing Made Easy podcast. We've got a really fun episode for you today. I have Nora from Groupon joining me, and I know what you guys are saying. Oh my gosh, Groupon. Daniela, you've told us how you don't like Groupon in the past, and that is true. So I went through, for a long time, I was very anti-Groupon because I believe in added value. I'm not a big fan of discounting. I want you all to charge what you're worth. And so for me, Groupon was an easy alternative for people to compete with price rather than competing with their competitive advantage, with what makes them special and unique, with what makes them different. And so for me, I thought, oh no, I don't like this. I want people to really, do other marketing tactics instead of just discounting themselves and biting into their profit margin. Over time, I have met probably 8 to 10 different spa owners who are multiple 6-figure or 7-figure spa owners, some of them starting out as solo aestheticians who have built their business starting with Groupon. I've also, as I started to do more and more research, I saw that the Four Seasons uses Groupon, that Starbucks uses Groupon, that the Kealani, which is a very high-end resort spa in Maui, uses Groupon. So there's lots and lots of people who are out there, really high-profile luxury brands even, using Groupon as part of their marketing strategy. So I'm not going to tell you do Groupon or don't do Groupon. What I'm going to offer you is figure out a marketing strategy that works best for your business. Don't be afraid to try new things. So Groupon may be amazing for you and it may not be, but don't totally discount it until you know all of the information. I learned it's a lesson for me not to judge. And, I'm open to learning new things every day. And I'm so glad that I've had the opportunity to connect with people like Nora, to connect with these different spa owners who have had great success with Groupon. So go ahead, I'm going to play this interview in a second. Nora is a great wealth of information. We've got information below this video in the show notes for you to connect with her if you do have any questions. And as always, head over to the Spa Marketing Made Easy Facebook group. Go ahead and tag me if there's anything that you want to chat about regarding Groupon. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play that interview. Thank you so much for joining us on the Spa Marketing Made Easy podcast. I am so happy to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very, very excited and I appreciate it very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, so this is going to be a great episode. So you guys, Nora works with Groupon, and I know Groupon, it's one of those companies that you love it or hate it. There's a lot of like strong feelings about companies like Groupon, like Yelp, like different things like that. And I myself had my own perceptions about these businesses and discounting and things like that. But I wanted to bring Nora on because I have opened my mind to a lot of possibilities, a lot of, what is possible when you use these services in the way they're meant to be used. When you use them properly, you can really build your business into 7 figures. I mean,
yeah.
I was just doing a podcast interview with one of my Spa Retail Rockstar students who started as a solo esthetician and built her business. She's generated $1.4 million in revenue since she's been in business, all based off of Groupon. And so for me, that tells me, okay, while Groupon might not be for everybody, there is a strategy and there is a system that if you use it correctly, then it can help you build your business and get to where you need. So Nora, I wanted to bring you on to kind of address some of the misconceptions, address some of the beliefs that people have about Groupon, and maybe share some of the success stories, share like how you use Groupon right.
Yes. So I'm on a team here dedicated to just health, beauty, and wellness. So we only work with spas. We only work with salons. There was a Groupon realized like 2 or 3 years ago that we really needed to make a push. People contact us all the time. Like we get hundreds of calls a day, people wanting to be on Groupon, but we really needed to go after the best of the best. So that's why my team was kind of created. The reason is for that is because also as well, we want to attract the best subscribers to Groupon so that they see the best businesses possible so they continue to purchase from us as well. As a spa or a salon, obviously you're juggling a million things at once. Like you got to keep the business healthy, you got to keep the staff healthy, you got to deliver the best treatments. Marketing is a huge piece of the puzzle, and it's very difficult. It's very time consuming. So kind of what I've seen with the clients that I work with a lot on Groupon is that they're able to outsource a little of that marketing to us. The campaign runs by itself, customers purchase it. We do the work of making sure it gets in front of the subscribers, the correct subscribers that are going to purchase it. And then, they call up on you roll them right into already what you're doing at your spa. So upselling the customer, making a habit of them coming to this service. All we're doing is we're getting you this new client. So there's a lot of different ways to Groupon. Trust me, we know there can be some negativity around it. It is a tool. It's a marketing tool. If used correctly, it can be awesome.
So how do you address, or how do you help your clients address, when you hear about like the kind of perception around Groupon is that if you do Groupon, you're not going to attract loyal clients because they're just going to be shopping for a price. Do you have any kind of insight on how spas can, use it as a marketing tool in their business, but help to keep those clients there instead of just
yes, definitely
Groupon?
I think one huge project that we did here was our work with the spas at the Four Seasons. So obviously it was very important that their brand was kept intact as well. We showcased them on like a luxury platform. So it was like branded very well. So I would definitely make sure that that's important. You get the preview of the offer before it goes live. So just always make sure like we're showcasing beautiful images. The detail of the description of the offer is there, all of that. But typically, I think Adam Chatterley had talked on this podcast a little bit about Beauty Business Hackers, about having like signature treatments. So what I would recommend on Groupon is to do your signature treatments. So if you have like a Swedish massage or a signature facial, something like that, offer that, the most basic service. So then first of all, on Groupon, we're capturing the largest niche of customers because it's like very much the niche. It's like not niche, the largest reach of subscribers. And then also as well, once the person comes in, you can upsell them. Okay, you see they have fine lines. You see that they have acne. Who knows? You can upsell your signature facial to your other services, your enhancements, things like that. Right off the bat, ask them if they want to upgrade their 60-minute massage to a 90-minute massage. Because it's already purchased and like the customer already bought that, now they're in the spa, they're like, oh, this is great. Like, I got money to spend because I already spent that, a while ago. Mm-hmm. If you treat them like any other customer, they're going to love it. They're going to have even a better experience because they're like, this place was freaking awesome and I got a Groupon with it. So they're really going to like tell people all about it. Mm-hmm. And like also too, with all of my offers, I always recommend to the client that maybe they put like $20 off your next appointment, booked day of appointment. So that like rolls people right into making the habit of booking with you. There's a lot of different ways to kind of work it. And I think uncovering the needs of the business, our job as reps is to really find out what that is so we can deliver the best experience possible.
So does each esthetician or account, each esthetician or each spa that does something with Groupon, do they have their own rep that they work with to create these campaigns, or is this something that they're doing online themselves? Or walk me
How
through
does it
how
work?
the process with Groupon works.
So we have an inbound team which answers calls all day, and they're answering calls from health, beauty, and wellness, food and drink, all over the place. So they're great, but there is also my team, which is just dedicated to, all we do is salons and spas. It's the only thing we do. We're all new business. And so we're like very, very dedicated reps. That's like what we do. We're very familiar with the business and the needs of spa industry professionals. So you can always contact one of us, or you can always call into the hotline as well. But I would always recommend talking to someone from my team because we do offer that experience. And then after that, once we put the campaign together, all of that, you are assigned. You have like an account rep, someone like me, or also an account manager who will handle your account, the day-to-day, things like that.
So does your account rep or account manager or the hotline, do they help you come up with your offer as far as like, I'm sure that you guys have data as far as
definitely
what works best.
Yes, we do.
You had mentioned like the signature treatment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As far as like how much do we discount?
Yeah.
And how many do you sell? Do you put limits on how many can be sold and all of that kind of stuff?
For sure. We can definitely do that with in the consultation call that we have, for sure. Like we'll want to know kind of what the needs of the business are. They range from all over the place. Like I'm just open. I'm running at 25% capacity. Like, let's just really do this, to, hey, you know what? I got a new girl starting. She works, Monday, Thursday, Friday. That's when I'd like to push business. So yeah, in the consultation call, we'll really kind of go over sort of what the needs of the business are and what you are kind of looking for. We can make suggestions. It is very important to pay attention to what's running in the market. I definitely think that's true. But you can always make changes and tweaks to your campaign as things go on, so yeah, I would that's what I would say. And we're definitely always there to make suggestions and recommendations.
So what would you say are some of the biggest mistakes that you're seeing spa owners make when they try and do a Groupon campaign?
An offer that has, if it's a very large package and there doesn't give a lot of room for upsell, I would say is one. So like, maybe you put a lot of services together: manicure, pedicure, 30-minute facial, 30-minute massage. It's too large of a package also as well. That is a lot of work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I feel like the business is going to be a little unhappy with that because that's a lot of work for them. If they did just do like a more simple service, just like a signature facial, just a signature massage, and they could upsell those other services. So that's like one mistake we see. Discounting too heavily, for sure, that can be an issue. I would say, but
what is a good discount rate? Like
it depends on the market. Seriously, like if you're in Los Angeles, which is one of the most competitive markets ever, same with New York City, very, very competitive. It's going to be different than if you're the only massage therapist in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Like it definitely does count on that.
And so does your team kind of help with market data to say like,
yes,
this is, if you're in this area, this is what we're seeing?
Yeah, we have a tool that can show us the top selling offers in that other like particular service in the area. So yeah, that does help a lot. But also too, businesses can see themselves if they want. Type in your address into Groupon, type in massage as a keyword. You can kind of see what is happening in your area as well. We can pull data for offers that aren't live and, things like that. But yeah.
And so, okay, so you gave us some information on what some of the biggest mistakes are. Mm-hmm. What are some of the best like success practices? The things that are really working incredibly well?
There's a few things. So one is, Okay, so there's definitely a few different ideas. One I would say is make sure that you really have a really beautiful campaign. So if you have professional images that you had taken, if you had images taken of the interior, even better, if you have a video of the service or a video of the interior, we can always link like a YouTube link to that. I have like a spa in Orange County in particular that we did do that, and it was really, really great for them. It also drove a lot of traffic to their YouTube channel, which they were kind of looking to boost anyway. So that is like what I would always recommend, because we are selling to women. Right, images are so important. You really have to catch their eye immediately. So I would always say that, and feel free to always like push back, like, okay, no, like I want a different image. Also, as well, just making it really clear what is in the package. So maybe you offer Aveda teas. Aveda teas are like caffeine free, have peppermint, licorice, things like that. Add that, you know what I mean? Like you do maybe an Aveda tea ritual, add that into it. That's a cost, really, the cost is very low, but it adds a really nice enhancement. Let people know that you offer hot towels. Let people know that there's a shower on site if they want to use it. Amenities, things like that. Those really sell the deal. These little kind of add-ons, that don't cost you a lot are really, really awesome.
But it's really about the customer experience and letting them, they're going to feel completely pampered. And
and if you have something unique, if there's something unique, like you have like a Bali inspired spa, something like that, like really make sure that comes through on the offer as well. So I would say, so that's something that I see working well. Like I said, so I would always say keeping the signature treatments, leaving you some room to upsell, but also a lot of high-end packages can sell very well, especially around holidays. Like Valentine's Day was coming up, for example. Because don't forget, there are men that don't know what to buy their wives, you know what I mean, that are shopping on Groupon. So this is a way to capture those men. Another thing as well is that for spas, mobile is huge for us at Groupon. We're like we're in the top 20 of most downloaded apps. And a lot of our customers are like, I think it's like crazy high how many purchases are actually on mobile. But for a spa, it's very difficult to capture that space. I mean, it's around $30,000 to create your own app, all of that. But with Groupon, customers that are shopping on the app, just kind of scrolling, whatever, you can capture that, that customer by featuring your services on our app. So I would just recommend that. I would definitely say sometimes a strategy is to lower prices a little bit to get reviews. So if you're kind of brand new, we obviously the most highly reviewed merchants are going to go to the top, right? Because the algorithm, we know that they're a good client. We know that like we've sent customers there. The customers have said they've had a 5-star experience.
Directly on Groupon.
Yeah. So you can, every customer, we send them an email saying like, how was your experience?
Okay.
Yeah. So then the customer has the chance to be like, it was, can 1 through 5 stars, rate it. Also as well, they can leave feedback for the client, for the merchant. So, so anyway, so you'll see like merchants that have hundreds of 5-star reviews. So sometimes we might recommend to lower prices a little bit, but you can, to compete with that, to kind of recruit reviews, but you can always boost down the line. That's pretty common.
Awesome. So any advice, any final thoughts that you want to add for an esthetician or a spa owner who is thinking about doing Groupon, but is just not sure yet? What would anything you want to...
You can try it. I think like it could just be part of your marketing plan. Or you could try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean, I think that's really what it is, but it's worth a try. The advantage to Groupon versus using any other marketing is that it doesn't cost anything to feature your specials. It doesn't cost anything to put your promotion onto Groupon, we do take a commission when we make a sale. So we don't make money unless you make money. Okay. So, but for an esthetician, you're really busy. You're working all the time. You're building your business. That can be a really great thing for people because you don't have to take a $10,000 ad out. You don't have to put money in to get marketing. You can just put your ad out there. And almost automatically start getting feedback and starting getting customers into the door. So that's what I would say to any esthetician that is thinking about it. If you have appointments that are open, if you have some availability, you could try putting a Groupon person there. And, if the business is running correctly, it'll be great. You can roll them right into what you're regularly doing to capture clients.
Awesome. Well, Nora, thank you so much for your time and your expertise. And you guys listening, estheticians out there, give it a try. I mean, that's what business is all about. You try something, you test and test and test. You find out what works for your business, and then you move forward from there. But I think that the most important thing that we learned here is that it's really about the strategy behind the marketing tactic. And that goes with any marketing tactic. So you've got to have strategy, you've got to have a plan, you've got to have an end goal and how you're going to really wow the customer, make them have an amazing experience, and then have that opportunity to upsell. I think that Nora, that for me was one of the biggest takeaways is to say, all right, here's our signature treatment. It's like, you guys know at grocery stores, I don't know if I'm the only one that knows, they mark down the bananas really low and say that's how you get them in the door. And then they always buy other stuff. So it's we're using that same strategy in spa, get them in the door. And I would recommend, because I'm a numbers girl and I like the numbers, find something that has your highest perceived value, lowest cost of treatment.
Totally.
So when you are discounting that service, you're not taking as big of a hit on profitability. So come up with a signature treatment, lowest cost of treatment, highest perceived value, and then have something that you can do add-ons from there. Mm-hmm. So perfect. Awesome, Nora. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and be sure to head over to the Spa Marketing Made Easy Facebook group if you guys want to keep this conversation going. I'll see you in the next episode.
Bye. Thank you so much.